It was just a dumb dare on a boring Friday night. Jack had an obsession with the dark web, always bragging about the lawless world hidden beneath the surface. He claimed you could buy anything, disappear without a trace, or witness horrors that shouldn't exist. I never took him seriously, just myths and internet folklore. But Jack had seen things no one was meant to find. That night, with a mischievous grin and alcohol clouding his judgment, he challenged me to go further than I ever had before. I hesitated, staring at the screen. The glow from my laptop was the only light in my apartment. Flickering slightly as I copied the Tor address Kyle sent me into the browser. It was just a jumble of numbers and letters, no context, no warning. Something in my gut twisted, telling me to stop, to shut the laptop and pretend I had never been curious. But I wanted to prove I wasn't scared, that all of this was just some elaborate hoax designed to freak people out. So I clicked. The page loaded slowly, the screen remaining black for several seconds before a single line of white text appeared. Welcome to the farm. No images, no further explanation, just a simple login box beneath the text. Kyle messaged me again, his words appearing on my screen almost instantly. Just type guest. I did. The page refreshed, and then I saw it. A live stream. A real one. Not some grainy, pre-recorded video designed to look authentic. This was happening right now. The camera feed showed a dimly lit room, bare concrete walls, a single flickering light bulb hanging from the ceiling. And in the center of the room, sitting in a metal chair, was a young woman. She couldn't have been older than 20. Her face was streaked with tears, her blonde hair matted and tangled. Her wrists were bound tightly to the armrests with thick zip ties, so tight that her hands had gone purple. A strip of duct tape was plastered across her mouth. Her eyes darted around the room, wide with panic, as if waiting for something, someone. My stomach turned to ice. This wasn't a prank. This wasn't a sick joke or some internet horror game. This was real. Then I noticed the chat beside the video. Messages were pouring in, usernames scrolling by too fast for me to process. At first, I thought they were panicking too, reacting in horror to what we were all witnessing. But then I actually read what they were saying, and my stomach lurched. Lot 4th looks healthy. I want to see her try to run. Bidding starts in 5 minutes. My eyes flicked to the bottom of the page, where a countdown timer had just appeared, ticking down from 5 minutes. I scrolled down further, and my breath caught in my throat. There were more videos. Multiple live streams, each showing a different room, a different girl. Some were crying. Some were too terrified to even make a sound. All of them were tied up, their eyes filled with the same vacant, hopeless look. It was an auction. A human trafficking auction. My vision blurred. My hands shook as I hovered over my keyboard, my brain screaming at me to do something, anything. I needed to tell someone, call the police, report this to the FBI. But I just sat there, paralyzed, my body refusing to move as reality crashed down on me. Then, a new message appeared in the chat, one that made my heart stop cold. New viewer detected, guest 3759. That was me. I was being watched. Before I could react, another message popped up in bold red letters. You have 60 seconds to place a bid. Panic surged through me. My hands slammed the laptop shut so hard the sound echoed through my apartment. My pulse pounded against my skull. My breath came in short, ragged gasps, and dizziness threatened to make me sick. This wasn't just some dark corner of the internet. This was a real operation, run by people who had just seen me enter their world. My phone buzzed. I flinched, staring at it like it was a live grenade. My fingers trembled as I reached for it, every instinct screaming at me not to look. But I did. Unknown number, one new message, we saw you. A cold sweat broke out over my skin. I felt like I was being watched, like I wasn't alone in my own apartment anymore. My hands shook as I typed a response, my fingers barely able to function. Who is this? Another buzz, another message. Don't tell a soul. A knock at the door sent me into a panic. I wiped my laptop, trashed my phone, and drove until my hands stopped shaking. I swore off the dark web forever. But even now, I feel eyes watching.